Heard reacts to losing case against Johnny Depp. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel HereLuxLife. In today's video, we will talk about Amber Heard and her reaction to losing a case against Johnny Depp. Are you excited? If so, then smash the subscribe button now to never miss out on more videos we post. As said by a Virginia judge, Johnny Depp's 2-year-old criticism claim against his ex Amber Heard won't be excused, which means the case is set to continue for more years. Heard attempted to get the Virginia claim tossed out, referring to the decision of a London judge in one criticism claim Depp documented against the distributor of the Sun newspaper and along the way lost after a quarrelsome lawful standoff in an English court. The London judge presumed that the 2018 article marking Depp as a person to beat his wife was not hostile, and that the extraordinary greater part of Heard's cases of homegrown maltreatment could be demonstrated to the common norm. Yet Virginia's Judge Ascarate reasoned that the two cases were not equivalent. Heard was not a party in the London claim, even though she was an observer for the Sun. In this way, her contention for excusal fizzled under grounded lawful points of reference, administering when common causes can be excused. Litigant state that declining to perceive the UK judgment for this situation would start a risky trend, which is unwarranted. As Karate said, she would see it. Regardless, maintaining English defamation decisions in the United States would have a chilling impact and make hazardous reference point. Appropriately, the court is unpersuaded by defendant's contention. The court isn't convinced by defendant's contention that plaintiff had a full and reasonable chance to dispute the UK activity, which Ascarate wrote in a thick assessment. She added that litigant was not a section in the UK activity and was not treated as one. However, it ought to be referenced that both Heard and Depp stood up over in London on their separate POVs on the different charges of his harmful conduct. Since she was not named a litigant, she was not dependent upon similar revelation rules pertinent to named parties. Of course, they are not set in stone. The defendant couldn't have been named a respondent to the UK case since her supposedly slanderous assertions were made after the UK activity started, which was said by Ascarate, referring to the December 2018 Washington Post commentary by Heard that set Depp off on his lawful pursuit not long after that. Then at that point, taking note of examinations between free discourse in the UK and free discourse in the US are illogical in this case, as Karate contorted that point somewhat more. Litigant contends she was in privity with the Sun since the two of them had a similar premium for the situation, she said. However, for privacy to exist, defendant's premium for the situation should be so indistinguishable with the Sun's revenue to such an extent that the Sun's portrayal of its premium is additionally a portrayal of defendant's lawful right, as Karate likewise announced as she would like to think, at one point calling Heard's attestations confounding. Amber Heard's attorney responded that Amber's ex Johnny Depp lost his slander case in the UK. If there is a chance that you don't have the foggiest idea over the late spring, the Pirates of the Caribbean entertainer brought his argument against News Group newspapers, distributor of The Sun, and leader supervisor Dan Wooden after he was known as a person who beats his wife and encourages domestic violence in a 2018 article concerning ex-Amber Heard's charges. He lost the case, and Amber was liable for affirming throughout the mid-year preliminary. For those who were present for the London High Court preliminary, the choice and judgment are not a shock, as said by Elaine Charlson-Bredehoft in an assertion through People magazine. However, he further added that they would soon introduce significantly more voluminous proof in the US. They are focused on acquiring equity for Amber Heard in the US court and shielding Ms. Heard's right to free speech. The choice denotes a significant triumph for the entertainer in his continuous fighting with his ex, which started in 2016 during their separation in California and has now outlived their short, wild marriage. Mr. Depp is generally delighted by the court's choice, which is said to the world by Depp's legal advisor, Benjamin Chu of Brown Rudnick in Washington, D.C. The claims of savagery spread over the period somewhere in the range of 2013 and 2016 when the couple decided to part ways. In one of those episodes in Australia in 2015, Mr. Depp was supposedly actually and obnoxiously harmful towards her while drinking intensely and consuming medications. Mr. Depp blamed Ms. Heard for cutting off his finger. However, the appointed authorities said he didn't acknowledge Ms. Heard was capable, taking all all the proof together, Justin Nicole said that he acknowledged that she was the survivor of sustained and different attacks by Mr. Depp in Australia. In an assertion after the decision, a representative for The Sun said that it had each certainty that his pass on to pursue application would not be allowed and are satisfied with the present choice. The case had a full, reasonable, and appropriate hearing. The present choice justifies the valiant proof that Amber Heard provided for the court about homegrown maltreatment, despite rehashed endeavors to subvert and quiet her by the culprit. A representative for Amber Heard said in an assertion that they are satisfied yet in no way, shape, or form amazed by the court's repudiation of Mr. Depp's application for the claim. The proof introduced in the UK case was overpowering and irrefutable. She added that Mr. Depp's new and significant proof case was just a press procedure and has been adequately dismissed by the court. In an assertion, Mr. Depp's specialist Joel Rich from the law office Shinglings said that the proof introduced hearing further shows clear and target motivations to scrutinize the choice in the UK court genuinely. Mr. Depp anticipates introducing the total, certain proof of reality in the US criticism body of evidence against Ms. Heard. Amber's group viewed this as success for her. After this, she recorded a movement to ask the Virginia court to excuse the critical evidence against her. Cutoff time announced that Depp's legal counsels remarked on looking into the issue. This isn't the primary success for Johnny Depp. The entertainer was as of late conceded authorization by a New York judge to check whether Amber Heard has given a limited quantity of their $7 million separation settlement to the ACLU, which she broadcasted to do. Before recording her countersuit, Heard had not just attempted repeatedly and fruitlessly to get the case thrown out. However, at one point, she needed it moved to another ward, which didn't work out so well. Depp then again looked to sabotage the UK case and Heard's believability by guaranteeing that his ex didn't give the entirety of the $7 million she got in their separation. Amber has now been liable for 7 figures in gifts to worthy missions and expects to proceed to contribute and in the end satisfy her vow. The Reston VA founder Elaine Brethoft told Deadline, Amber has been deferred in that objective since Mr. Depp documented a claim against her. Therefore, she has been compelled to burn through a large number of dollars protecting Mr. Depp's dishonest allegations against her. The lawyer added, avoiding the course of events hindrance and zeroing in on media stories that slag her customer. The severe matter has seen the ACLU hauled in. However, Disney, the LAPD, and Elon Musk too, with a wide-going summons from the two sides. The educator's perspective today implies that all the more large names will be added to this before it is finished. The cases are comparative in a sense. The two of them identify with cases of maltreatment by plaintiff. The assertions being shielded in the UK case are innately not quite the same as the assertions distributed by Defendant, composed Chief Judge Penny S. Ascarate. Ascarate likewise noticed the immense contrasts between the US. Furthermore, UK criticism law and held that authorizing UK decisions in a US court would make a chilling impact and could set a risky point of reference. Somewhere else, the educator called Heard's contentions particularly perplexing and illogical. The educator denied Depp's solicitation to force sanctions against Heard's legal counsels for documenting the movement, finding that while the movement was confused and just daintily upheld by existing law, it didn't ascend to the degree of sanctionable direct. In his first meeting since losing the criticism case, Depp said he trusts Hollywood is boycotting him as his most recent film, Minamata, can't seem to score a US discharge. We can only hope that everything goes well between both of them and they live a happy life without any sort of trouble. That's all with the video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Until the next video, stay tuned and subscribe for more.